Hello, everyone. Today I want to discuss something that I have discussed before um, last year about the origins of Satan's story. Now, I did a video last year that was titled, I think it was The Origins of Satan's Rebellion Against God, and I'll have the link to that video put in the description of this video after I am done with this live. Now, a lot of people tend to believe that Satan is based on the Egyptian god Set, but that is not what I found when I did my research. There's a particular myth that people have failed to consider, and it's actually monumentally more similar to Satan's story than Set's story is. And that was the story of the god Ulukuma, whom was born out of a rock after the god Kumarba impregnated the rock. And this was told in the ancient Turkish text, ancient cuneiform text, also known as Anatolia, which is in the story called Ulukuma, the story of Ulukuma. What's it called? Oh, Kumarbi cycle. Excuse me. It was Kumarbi cycle. The Kumarbi cycle. And in this story, it tells us how Ulukuma was born and his revolt against his brother, Teshub. Now, Teshub is a very important god because in the Anatolian cuneiform, Teshub was another cuneiform title of Ishkur, the Mesopotamian storm god. At first, he was not popular, but over time his popularity grew. As a matter of fact, Ishkur is mentioned once in the Tanakh. In Hosea chapter 2, verse 16, Yahweh calls himself Ishi, which is a shorter form of Ishkur. This is one of the major evidence for my theory that Ishkur and Yahweh are one and the same God. And in the Anatolian text, it actually elaborates more on the story about Ulukuma falling upon the earth, and the way it describes his fall is very similar to how it describes the fall of Halio, Lucifer, in Isaiah 14:12, falling down to the bottomless pit. And I realized this got to be the same gods. And what's interesting about this, it goes really well with the idea that Satan and Yahweh are brothers, because in this text, they most certainly are. And in this order, that story influenced Isaiah and the Slavonic Book of Enoch, because that's where it talks about Satan's revolt against Yahweh. And then that was copied over into the Book of Revelation, where it became Satan's rebellion against God and the third of the angels and all that other stuff. And the Song of Ulukuma, which is also part of the same text as the Kumarbi cycle, which is what I was trying to remember earlier, is where these stories are told. And this is about a second millennium BC text, based on the dating that was done late, very late second millennium BC text. And what's interesting, most interesting about all of this in the conclusion, is that all of this is being done during the age of Aries in the zodiac. And I'm not just saying Aries, the astrological age, I'm even saying Aries, the Greek god of war, who might also say that Aries, Yahweh, and Ishkur are all the same god. In another video, I need to revisit the connections that I've made between Aries and Jesus. That will be very important. And trying to move away from the claims, trying to get people to go away from those claims that Horus and Jesus have a parallel when they do not. The only similarity, and it doesn't really count too much, but the only similarity Horus and Jesus have between each other is the Madonna child, but that's it. But that's aside from the point. Ares is connected to both Jesus and Yahweh, and it's no coincidence that Jesus is called the Lamb of God. And Dionysus, the Greek god that died and rose again, descended to hell and ascended to Olympus. Sounds a lot like Jesus. He is the great-grandson of Ares through his mother's side. Because Semele, his mother, is the daughter of Harmonia. And Harmonia is the daughter of Ares. So there's absolutely a connection between Dionysus and Jesus. And the name of the king that put Dionysus on trial was named Pentheus, which happens to sound like Pontius Pilatus, or Pontius Pilate. Same thing. But I'll elaborate more on that in the next video, and how Satan is even connected to that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, comment, and share this video, get it out there, like it, and thanks for watching.